I would like to first introduce the concept of collaborative selling and the whole concept that quota carrying reps are the only ones who are selling deals. And then we kind of missed all the other process that happens before, after, just to close that deal. And I've realized that people are not basically just selling in that one conversation. It's the process is what's important. It's the collaboration that you do with the rest of the team members, your colleagues, your management. All of them are together working on these deals. Hey, it takes a village to close a deal. Make sure you're set up as a process as across the company and focus on that deal rather than saying that one conversation needs to go really well. This is kind of the most important thing, which you realize that the friction that happens with the teams or collaborating with these revenue teams is where the decisions are not made properly. And the goal is not to make the best decision or the good decision. The goal is to have the good decision-making process itself. And so for me, it's more important. Decisions could be right or wrong. You will only know it in hindsight. But what process do you have to make these decisions? And a lot of the times, having your operating principles documented somewhere helps a lot. So you document that, and you're always making sure that your certain decisions that you're making are in line with that operating principle. And these are, when I say operating principle, typically it's not, most of the companies have values and all those things. And those are a lot of the times philosophical. This is, you're talking about very tactical, like you're giving importance of, are we thinking about the customer first? And then the company's benefit, then the team's benefit, then the individual benefit. That's how you need to make a decision, not that what's in the best interest for me as an individual. Then you're not making the decision in a right way. There are a lot of other frameworks, like what's the jobs to be done, that customer's job, is it being solved or not? So again, when you have those operating principles, all the friction points, what marketing says, what sales says, a lot of the times you can bring back to the objective way of making these decisions. The recommendation is just document it and communicate it. When you're hiring new candidates, make sure, do they fit into this operating principle? They had done certain things in the past. When they join your organization, communicate these things. This is how we make decisions in this organization. That's how you make sure that they are culturally fit, and they're not saying, I'm making this decision because that's how we used to operate in my previous company. That's where most of the friction comes in. And you want to, if you don't have anything documented, you're not going to be able to share. Otherwise, it just becomes an opinion. And lastly, certain decisions are reversible, certain are not irreversible. So you have to identify which decisions are like that and kind of continue to use some of this first principle thinking based on, if it's a reversible decision, you have to think a little harder, you have to think a little rigorously. But if it's not, if it's a reversible, it's okay. You can make a mistake just as long as you think about what's the mitigation plan is going to be. So again, document these things. That's how you will remove the friction between alignments and make progress in collaboration, because that's where people get stuck to find the right decision rather than moving faster.